Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see movies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Dive. Double D's. Where you, the chat, the gatekeepers are in charge. You protect the gates. You only let each other in to torture me. How are we doing today? I've had a rough start to the morning because unlike yesterday where I got that beautiful 8 hours of sleep, I only got about 6 today because they decided to blow the leaves around out front, and they always start on this end of the complex on these things. So it was just, hey, yeah, there's no going back to sleep. No going back to sleep. Just god awful cacophony of insane noise. So I'm a little tired. Haven't quite kicked it up. I kick it up when I need to, but I'm kind of in low gear today. And it also this thing is I don't have much to work with for today's show. I'm not particularly annoyed. Anything, at least not things I could talk about publicly. I have lots of thoughts on lots of things, but nothing I could talk about publicly wouldn't be good. But then nothing jumped out. Nothing has really changed from yesterday, news-wise. Tiny little stupid announcements, but nothing really that mean anything. So I got nothing to talk about. No monologue bursting out of my mind that I have to get off my chest. So I'm just gonna say hi to you guys. How you doing? Doing all right today? It's Tuesday. We're getting ready for the rest. We still got the rest of the week to go. I do feel annoyed that I have to get up on Saturday morning and go to the DMV. I don't want to, but I have to. I'm not discombobulated. Nobody said I was discombobulated. I'm just in low gear. Discombobulated means confused. I am not confused. I'm not out of sorts. I am perfectly fine. I'm just a little low energy because I'm still a little tired, and I don't have a topic to focus on. You know, nothing's burning at my feet to make me talk. That's it. I'm not discombobulated. Where do you come up with this? Bot needs another update. Somebody update the bot, please. He's talking crazy again. Anyway, so we're just gonna go through the motions today. I feel like we'll get to the news unless something sparks a discussion. We got the rules as normal. $5 for the Adam Rant, $10. Ask me the question. I'll tell you no lies. Talk about things. It's a good one. It's a good one usually. I like those. I think I like those the best because we have conversations. We talk about stuff. $15, the good old-fashioned hot take reaction to an article in the news or one you may have. What was it? It was just washing machine. Sorry. There's a washing machine clicking. The react to the news or one you may have found you want me to react to an article anywhere. I don't know. Things happen that I don't know about. I know a lot, but I am not all-knowing. $20, hot take reaction to video, whether I like it or not. We have fun with that. And $30, get you chat, maybe watch us reviews, which we do have today. We do have a chat, made me watch us reviews. 1993 Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. Ugh. We'll have a talk about that one. We'll have a talk. Then we'll see where the rest of the show takes us. We'll see where the rest of the show takes us. I make no promises. If we end a little early today, we end a little early today. I am not going to stretch things out for the sake of stretching it out if you guys have had enough and I have nothing to talk about. See, that's being real. Don't try and make a show go if you got nothing left. When it show's over, end it. Put a stamp on it, say thank you all for being here. I'll see you next time. That's what you do. You don't keep it going for nothing. You don't keep it going just to reach your stopping point, just to get a little extra in there, just to stretch a grift. Because, sometimes a show just needs to end for the day. Sometimes it does. Anyway, I feel like let's just go right into the news. I have no opening monologues. Maybe we'll come across something in the news that will spark some discussion. Let's get into the news. I'm not gonna no dilly-dally, no shilly-shally. Let's bring it up. Oh, that's not it. Where did it go? There it is. There we go. Okay. No, I can do YouTube. All right. I'll do one quick refresh. It's only a few minutes ago, but we'll do a refresh. I like to be current. If Chrome cooperates, there we go. All right, here we go. Go up. Oh, you stupid thing. Okay. Stranger Things is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Wow. That's weird. I find that weird. Maybe it's because I'm not into Stranger Things, but I find it really weird that they have a float. Is Stranger Things really that much in the zeitgeist that it has reached float level status in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Is it? Am I just old man out in the wilderness who doesn't watch these things, doesn't care? Is that it? Is that where we are? I don't know. David Elser's Paramount Skydance bid set to prep $71 billion for Warner Brothers Discovery as three Arab sovereign wealth funds. So, yeah, the bid is due this week or next week. Well, within a week, all bids must be placed for Warner Brothers Discovery. So, come December, how early, how late, I don't know. Warner Brothers will be owned by either Paramount Skydance, Netflix, or Saudi-backed Comcast. Or apparently, if I read this correctly, they're backing him. The Paramount Skydance is the backing of the Saudis too, or Arab wealth funds. Oh, there's a lot of money and a lot of foreign money, I think, involved in this, and it's sad. The whole Warner Brothers Discovery thing is sad that here we are, that Hollywood has so destroyed itself with agenda. And studios like Warner Brothers have bungled money-making IPs so many times, over and over again, that here we are, that they're essentially insolvent. They're in inhumanly amounts of massive debt, not debt. And they are now done as individual entities. It's just sad. And I long for the days where things were as they were. And studios they knew how to make movies, they knew how to put out television, and they put things out on a regular basis. And there were the different tiers: blockbuster, mid, low budget, straight to home video, or in this case now straight to streaming. And because you had a balanced release schedule with all those things, you made money. You made enough money. And budgets weren't insane. Budgets were not insane. So it's going to be a sad day when the last standing studio, that's the way I'll put it, the last standing studio is absorbed by a corpo studio, because all these are corpo studios now. All of them. I don't know who this F word is, so I don't care. Don't care about your hotels. Don't care about the Dodgers being champions, about going anywhere. Wicked for good review between broom fights and witch fights. It's Ariana Grande's time to shine in spectacular return to Oz. Said this yesterday, said it the day before yesterday, all week long since today. This movie will make the same amount of money that roughly the first one made because the same people are going to go out to it. It has not made any real new fans. It has not broadened the fan base. It has its fan base. It'll make its money. And then thank God it'll be done with it because it's annoying. And these two are annoying. NBC Sunday Night Football pushes 2026 Emmys to a Monday in September as the network wheel deal expires. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody cares about the Emmys. Nobody cares about awards anymore. I know it's going to come up here. Game awards. We'll talk about that a little bit as we go by it in the news. Don't care about that. Awards are worthless. They're popularity contests, and not popularity contests for the most part voted on by people who actually like shit, who watch the shit, the actual customer. Warner Bros. Discovery bids are due this. Oh, it's this week. Okay, there it is. This week. So, yeah. Oh, no. Don't wish that. Why would you wish that evil on me, Weasel? Have I hurt you? I went as far last week as to say Weasel isn't a furry. Why would you hurt me like this? That's not right. It's not right. A Boys from Brazil series ordered at Netflix with Jeremy Strong, Gillian Anderson, and Daniel Brühl, an August deal. Yeah, I don't need a Boys from Brazil movie. We know what it's about. WWE 2K25 mobile game? Yeah, fuck that. I don't even want to play the console version. Hollywood PR shakeup. Don't care. Ticket reselling for profit to be banned in UK. Hey, yeah, that's right. Ban the scalpers. Femke, not Femke Jensen. I'm returning to the Netherlands for Amsterdam Empire. Yeah, Femke, not Femke Jensen. You know what I think I want to do? Maybe not tonight, but this week. I think I'm going to watch the Femke Jensen TNG episode. I'm going to risk opening up my TNG collection and getting a discount. I think I'm going to watch that episode because that's a great episode. That's such a good episode. See, there we go. There you go. If Kel wasn't at work, I bet you two'd be in the same Discord right now plotting shit against me. If Kel wasn't at work right now, I bet you would be. Oh, Femke Jensen, man, why did she do that to herself? It's not like she was injured and needed facial reconstruction. That's not her anymore. It's terrible. Oh, fuck Hollywood, dude. I don't know any of this crap. Don't care. Young Breathless don't care about that. Once again, Sabrina Carpenter, please. I don't understand the existence. I like The Wizard of Oz. I like that whole story. Old school. Not the added on fanfic bullshit that's been going on for 20 years with this shit. Ugh. Traitor. This is all, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got this for like 10 seconds when I woke up too early and Cloudflare went down. Everybody was crying, oh my God, I can't get on X. Hey, guess what? You know what? Why don't you just do something else instead of be terminally online for 5 minutes? Huh? Why don't you just do something with yourself? Read a book. Jerk off. I don't care. Oh no, X was down. So many things were down. Oh no. Oh, I'm missing out. Oh. And hearing everybody cry about Cloudflare being down and not being able to do shit for a couple hours online. Cry me a fucking river. Be self-sufficient. Find something to do. Clean the house. Do some laundry. Read a book. Play a game for a little while if you're at home and not at work. Or at your work, what are you fucking around on X in the first place, huh? Huh? Morons. Hey, I already made the joke. Stop it. Anyway, let's go. Let's keep going here. A little more. Boop, 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 boop. Roblox. I mean, Sex Pest Online. All right, there is Sadie Sink news, and they're not going to say it here, but it is Sadie. I did see it on the X Twitters. Sadie Sink is officially going to be a part of Secret Wars. So whatever character she's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's obviously someone strong enough to be injected into Secret Wars. It's just, yeah, well, there's a difference. One, you're watching me now, so you're watching me to be entertained while you're doing work. I'm talking about the people who just keep going for no reason. Spider-Gwen, dude, that would be fucking awful. But once again, I am being broad with my statements, though. I'm talking about the people who are crying. Were you crying, Kel, when it went down? People were crying. Oh my God, I can't get online. I have no tolerance, especially today. The less sleep I have, the less tolerance I have for stupid shit. I just can't handle it. I can't handle it. All right, let's go over to IGN. The new trailer for Project Hail Mary shows Ryan Gosling saving the world with one adorable alien sidekick. I think I remember hearing about this, and I don't care. Nier creator Yoko Taro keeps having projects canceled on him. So was I. That's weird. Well, I hope. Well, I listen. The Nier franchise is popular, so I think that maybe they're just trying to find the right vehicle for the next Nier title. See now that you mention it, I remember you're the one that was telling me about that. Yeah, I remember that now. You guys are telling me about that. The Mandalorian and Grogu will show how Din Djarin has changed his priorities to work alongside the New Republic, director Jon Favreau says. And nobody cares. Nobody cares what the Mandalorian is going to do. Because it's just a non-starter for everybody. So here I am, waiting for this, not because I'm excited, but because you guys have paid me to be excited. Fake excited. So it's still going to make between 350 and 450. It will not break 500 million. I sincerely doubt it. There's no real excitement for this. 797 episodes later, The Simpsons reveals Beatrice Bouvier, Marge's secret aunt. Can somebody tell me who the fuck cares about The Simpsons anymore? Does anybody give a damn? I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Successful on Fortnite, but that's Fortnite. That's a different beast. Does anybody actually watch and care about The Simpsons? I don't think so. I really don't. Battlefield 6 surprise update addresses escalation feedback with increased objective capture time. Okay. Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft Season 2 exclusive trailer and poster. Manish Lara Croft. Look, she got bigger shoulders than I do in that. Bigger shoulders than me. Microsoft announces Xbox Game Pass. Don't care. Gen Z loves AI slop. Former Square Enix exec claims a lot of AI sentiment driven by emotion rather than logic. That's because Gen Z are morons. No offense, Jed. Gen Z are idiots. They have the attention span of gnats. And then they'll just, AI, I'll watch anything. I just don't. uh, I want to say that some Gen Zers are okay and some are, of course, but it is disheartening that nobody has an eye for, you know what it is? Nobody has eye for quality. That, I think that's where I'm going with this statement. The ability to have an eye for quality and say this is what quality is, what it should look like. It's gone for an entire generation. There's a lot of blame to go around. Alienware brings AMD chips to okay, whatever. I'm not I would never buy an Alienware rig. I'm not going to do that. ArenaNet reveals Guild Wars Reforged, a new refresh of the classic MMO. Well, Guild Wars coming back. Another Guild Wars reboot. I mean, I shouldn't be one to talk. Kel, have you seen this? That Yoshi P gave an interview yesterday that essentially says for the next 10-year plan for 14 is essentially maybe not another Umbral catastrophe, but they're considering another Realm Reborn type shift where they change everything, and they're looking to upend the game as we know it a little bit, which I'm not entirely against. I think there are a lot of aspects at 14 that could use a good overhaul. Some of the gameplay mechanics, especially the dungeons and the instances and the end game rating. I really think that it's time to break the pattern of dungeon trial, boss in a box, normal raids. I think it's time to break that cycle. I think it's time for something new. I think Yoshi P and his crew have it in them to make real 8-man dungeon raids. Go in there with an 8-man crew and do an actual pull mobs, many bosses along the way for story purposes, for rating content like that. I think they have it in them. I think they do. I think they need to break it up. A little more flexibility with the job system, stuff like that. So, because they took, and we'll say it, they took the essential failure of Dawn Trail. They took it to heart, from what I can see. And I think with the next expansion, we're going to get something pretty big with the next expansion. I think they're going to change some stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I did see a rumor today. I could not corroborate it that there's at least one new job in the next expansion. Cross-class skills. I don't know about that. I hated leveling shit I didn't want to play. I hated leveling up Lancer just to get a couple of skills. What I want is, or you know what they should do? If they're going to do cross-class, bring in subclass. Bring in subclasses like from Final Fantasy 11. I guess that it would be sort of cross-class. Bring in subclasses where I can maybe get a few abilities here and there. You know, I'd level up Reaper if I could tack on a couple of those abilities to my Viper. I would. Now, not everything could be compatible. Or maybe here's what I would then want. Imagine Viper plus Samurai subclass. Imagine a Viper plus Samurai subclass. Your rotation, you have the Viper rotation, and then you jump to a quick, not the full tier, but a lower tier Samurai chain attack. Ooh, daddy. Or imagine slapping on machinist buffs. Some of the machinist buffs on stuff, or combining machinist and bard, make bard actually useful. I think there's a lot of potential. Don't tease me, bro. Don't tease me, dual wielding katana. They'd have to make specific weapons then. I don't know if they're going to do that. But that was, back in FF11, that's how you got dual wielding on characters when you subbed Ninja. You had to sub Ninja to get dual wielding, which I had a warn in. I was a warn in for DPS in FF11. I listen. I believe that Yoshi P is a smart man. He saved this game from its first downfall. I believe he listens to the problems. I believe whatever the next expansion is going to be, I think it's going to be good. I'm not going to say epic. I'm not going to go out there and be, oh my God, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. No, but I think we're going to see a directional shift. Special weapon glamour slot. Oh, if I could dual wield katanas in Final Fantasy 14, I would be the happiest gamer alive. That would be incredible. I'm already happy that I at least get to dual wield swords. I finally get to real dual wield, not the ninja dual wield swords, but actual dual wielding swords. So either way, so Yoshi P is we're gonna start hearing more stuff at the next Fan Fest, I believe, which is very soon. I think it's next couple of weeks, maybe next month. I know it's in Canada. I think it's in Canada, but I might be wrong. Point is, I think Yoshi P is going to. I think it's gonna change it. I don't think it's gonna be a full reset of the game, but I think he's gonna make some changes for better stuff. Well, here's the thing. We talk about this stuff. The graphical upgrade means that they're capable of doing more stuff. When they did the Dawn Trail graphical upgrade, it's increased their ability. I think 8.0 is going to be a bit of the ground's going to move. The ground's going to move. I feel like it's going to move, and I think it'll be better. And it goes back to the conversation we had. People crying, "Oh my God, Dawn Trail was terrible. This game is dead." Yeah, no. Every MMO has a bad expansion. Not everyone's a winner, especially when you have a story-driven one like Final Fantasy 14, where you had a 10-year-long story. To get the next one to kind of fall flat after that, it was not a surprise that you couldn't land it right away. So I think they're going to do some good stuff. We're going to wait and see. There's nothing. This is just we're reading tea leaves here. And I'm just using my experience as what am I now? I'm playing MMOs for 26 years. I've been playing MMOs for nearly 26 years. And this is just my experience telling me, because let's be honest, as much as I enjoy FF14, the pattern of the game is not exciting. Dungeon, great part of story. That's fine. We like doing dungeon raids. They're easy. But then trials are... we know what they're going to be, and then here comes extreme, which is a little too hard for just to get a pug group. It's too much. It's too much of that, and then the normal rates. The normal rate system has sucked since Heaven's Word, when it's just... Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it sucks since Stormblood, because Heaven's Word, you still have to actually do some stuff for Alexander. Ever since Stormblood, it has become just boss in a box, where you drop in and start the fight. There's no build up. There's no ramp up. You don't really build teamwork with your people like that. You don't have a dungeon. And then the Alliance dungeons have been the same. You run through. That's less now. There's less shit to fight. You just essentially run straight to the boss now. So there's no life to Endgame. Endgame is, in my opinion, very boring in Final Fantasy 14. They need to change it up. And that's why I say go old school. Go old school a little bit. Give us real raid dungeons, 8-man raid dungeons. Hell, that might entice people to join us. We could build we could get 14, build a real 8-man team to get in there. Oh man, I would love to do that. I haven't done shit like that since SWOTOR. 8-man raids. Oh, the hardcore stuff. I love it. And then of course, I think they're going to change the class systems a little bit, and subclasses would be good. I think would be good. And stop nerfing the classes. There was no reason to nerf Viper the way they did right away, take away the bleed that I had. I was a great debuff. I loved having a debuff that I could put a bleed. I love bleed abilities. It's one of my favorite debuff abilities to have on a combat system. I love it. Well, that was a tangent. That was a tangent. Listen, that's one of my dreams. I would love worldwide events that are one time only. One time only, and if you participate and do well, you get a special reward. I would love that. I would love that. And there should be failures. If people fail to complete it, there should be ramifications on the world. That's part of my dream scenario for MMOs. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say starting fresh, but I mean, don't break the wheel. The wheel is intact. Just reshape it a little bit. Change the spokes of the wheel. They just got to change the spokes of the wheel because the game works. It's just gotten repetitive at this point. There's nothing special anymore. We still have fun, but there's nothing special to it. And we want for the first time, it's great, but when you keep doing it and you get it's eh. So I think I have a good feeling. I have a very good feeling. After Rocky first season, Marvel allowed Daredevil Born Again season 2 creators to do whatever we want. I feel like that's gonna be a bad idea. Didn't you get to do whatever you want after? I don't know. Listen, Daredevil Aborted is a complete disaster. I'm not going to watch it, but Dre probably will, and he'll report back on that when it happens. Escape from Tarkov dev apologizes for rough 1.0 release. I don't even know what that game is. The world is just not ready for AI in video games. Shroud accuses the Game Awards of being rigged following Arc Raiders Game of the Year snub. Okay, Arc Raiders has been out for what? A hot minute? It doesn't get Game of the Year because you know what? It doesn't meet the requirements for Game of the Year. The Arc Raiders is a good game from what I can see if you like that type of game, but it's not the caliber of a Game of the Year. It just isn't. Your game literally came out 3 weeks ago, and you think you're getting on that? You're gonna make Game of the Year? No. No. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Cloudflare, cry. Game of Thrones star Kit Harington says it was slightly embarrassing to stand on a box and kiss Sophie Turner, his former on-screen sister. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that Kit Harington's a manlet. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Here's the problem, though. You can't make Final Fantasy 14 or you can't redo it, especially because since they just invested in upgrading for the whole system with Dawn Trail. They're not gonna. I don't think they should start a whole new game. But I think the game is due for a facelift and an overhaul. No, sleazy. No. I've watched it be played enough. That's not a game of the year. It's a good game that deserves everything, all the goodness is going, or all the positive feedback it's getting and positive vibes. It deserves it from what I can see. Not my type of game. I can't deal with randos and the stress of, is this person going to gank my ass? I can't deal with that. But not game of the year. Not game of the year. I disagree. Tributes for trailblazing developer Rebecca Heineman, who has died at age 62. Who? I just see in my thing. Well, there has to be a cutoff. There has to be the Game Awards is like literally in less than a month. There has to be a cutoff line. I mean, why wouldn't it? I mean, if it wants to be in consideration for next year, give it time. Let it have its time to grow, and then do it. Listen, stupid Yote didn't get nominated, and rightly so, because it just came out, and also Yote doesn't deserve it anyway. I'm just saying. End of the year's not the cutoff. Not everything's a fiscal year. It's like a fiscal year. Things have their things. I'm not shitting on the game. I just don't think it's worthy of being game of the year, especially because it's only been out 3 weeks. A lot of other games have more beef to them. Well, why are we even having this fight? Game Awards are shit anyway. Who cares what's game of the year and what isn't? I don't care if Expedition 33 wins or not. It's a fantastic game. I don't care if it wins. A Game Awards means nothing. Great for gaming. That doesn't mean the Game Awards should not affect gaming at all. If you're saying great for gaming, the Game Awards are not great for gaming. Any awards that get handed out are not great for gaming because most of the times these things are popularity contests. I hate games. Fuck you, you so-called hired Jew. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the problem with, I mean, in the end, when you and I have talked about this before, I've talked about it on stream before. The problem with Dawn Trail is I don't think they planned for post Endwalker story. I don't think they did. I think they would have some sort of honeymoon period and they would be allowed to kind of coast maybe. But in the end, I feel like people were thinking, okay, we don't want a coasting period. We need the next big thing now. I don't like the Palace of the Dead person. I don't like Palace of the Dead. I don't enjoy that dungeon. I don't enjoy that dungeon at all. Tay2 Boss says gaming is moving towards PC, but GTA 6 is still down for PS5, Xbox at launch. Well, yeah, no shit. No shit. I mean, the PC is a bigger market. It just is. Stranger Things Star Cities thing. Yeah, we already talked about this before. Assassin's Creed actor didn't realize he'd recorded Desmond's death scene until checking Twitter, and says the character is technically still alive. No, Desmond died, and Assassin's Creed was kind of worse off for it in the end. Kind of worse off for it. I don't care about the Subnautica 2 crap. And now we're into yesterday. So, there we go. Let's go over here. Oh, Wacko Wicked Press Tour put ice on Arrivo's voice fails to grin. Oh, okay, yeah. So apparently they are not doing press tour junkets now because the Goblin here lost her voice, and it's nothing. It's nothing. I don't care. And then she's like, I'm going to go along with the Goblin and not do it out of solidarity, whatever. I don't care. Mickey's Merry Christmas party nearly sold out. One final date remains, and it's not cheap. Only for the rich, not for the poor. Tom Cruise talked about the yesterday on the Runner Award. Mainstream media says the problem with Star Wars is not enough Pedro Pascal. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm not taking that bait right now. I am not. I don't have the energy for it. Oh, can we stop? The Saturday radio might bring back the Snyderverse. Give me a break. Let's see. Anything else? Anything here? Nope, nothing here. All right, that's the news. I'm sticking to it. I'll give you guys a chance to think about it. Has anything been submitted? Nope. You guys want me to eat cat food, apparently. No money coming in. All right, so with that said, I guess it is time. While you guys consider what else you might want to do with the show, I guess it's time. We got to talk about it. Kratos ordered it, and I must do it. Let me get a good cough out of the way. Hang on a second. All right. Once again, my friends, it is time for another chat. Made me watch this reviews. This time, 1993 Super Mario Brothers live action. Okay, full disclosure. When I was a kid, I thought this movie was great. When I was a kid. I thought it was. I didn't care. Well, I didn't think about all its problems. I was just, hey, yay, I like Bob Hoskins, and John Leguizamo wasn't a crazy dumb bastard yet, and Dennis Hopper is good. He's great, and it had enough weird little callbacks to the games. So I as a kid, I liked it. I watched it incessantly, constantly watching this as a kid. So I knew this movie from beginning to end. I remembered most of it when I did the rewatch yesterday. And this was made on the heels of Super Nintendo hitting the Western Shores, Super Mario World. And we also must remember, I believe, so correct me if I'm wrong, this movie was made without Nintendo as a partner, at least not Nintendo Japan. So here we go. As an adult, this movie is an unmitigated disaster. Because one of its biggest problems is that it suffers from the localization of Mario. Up until, I believe, again, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, up until Super Mario 64, a lot of the names were different in Mario. Mario and Luigi were Mario and Luigi. Toad was Toad. But after that, a lot of problems. Peach was either called Princess Toadstool or Princess Daisy sometimes. That's what my memory's telling me from back in the day. We didn't call her Peach in America. We called her Princess Toadstool or Daisy. In this movie, they call her Daisy. Bowser, for literally almost 2 decades, was not Bowser in America. He was King Koopa. He was King Koopa all the way through Super Mario World. He was King Koopa. Bowser and Mario won, but then as soon as you got forward, he became King Koopa. And he's called, Dennis Hopper's Koopa is King Koopa in this. He's Koopa. He's not Bowser. And you get a lot of references to other names and this and that. And you see some things here and there in this movie. But in a sense, this is a movie that is Mario in name only. I mean, I chose this picture because they pick up these jumpsuits when they're deep inside Koopa's office building, not his castle's office building, to basically be the iconic outfits. And you see there they're wearing the jump boots to simulate the ability of Mario and Luigi to jump a lot and jump on things. The jump boots are simulating that. And they don't have any other powers. There's no fire flowers. There's no stars. There's no feathers. There's no suits. There's nothing. It's very, very realistic, very grounded. That's where we're grounded. And it both helps and hurts the movie. It helps the movie because you got guys like Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper who are actual real actors who can be characters and stuff like that. It doesn't help it because when they do get a little fantastic, it looks silly and goofy and not in the good way. It's a little cringe at times. Or when they finally break out the bomb, everybody's freaking out about this tiny little thing that's walking around. Well, of course, we all know what how dangerous a bomb is, but it's a little unbelievable. I mean, fireballs are shot from flamethrowers and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, they lean into the dinosaur thing. So that's the whole point of this movie is that back in the 65 billion years ago when the meteor hit, it created a separate dimension where the dinosaurs, some were shoved off to a parallel universe, parallel dimension, where they had a version of Earth that is basically not full of life, and they evolved into humans. Although I have a problem with that. They're very human in their shape or size, but the eggs that the ladies are squeezing out, they're the size of my, they're like twice as big as my head. They're like this big, man. Them evolved dinosaur cooches ain't surviving the eggs they're pushing out. No. That thing's that is the Grand Canyon forever. But they're essentially humans. They even have English. Everything's even spelled the same on their side, which is very strange to me. And the whole point is King Koopa wants a shard of the meteorite that was given to Princess Daisy when she was taken by her mother over to the real world, over to our world in New York City, specifically Brooklyn, where without that shard, he can't merge the worlds. So 20 years later, Daisy's an adult. She happens to be involved in a university dig site where the door-rated dimension was, and they find some of the prehistoric dinosaurs that were trying to be human, stuff like that. And the Marios are down on their luck because they're competing with big corpo construction guy and his plumbing. And then they get involved with Daisy because Luigi falls in love with her at first sight, and they go on a date. I will say one thing though: the chick playing Mario's girlfriend, Daniela, oh baby, damn, ooh, she was hot. She was hot. She was hot. But essentially, they give Daisy to Luigi. Mario has an adult girlfriend because Mario's an adult. They have he raised his little brother, this and that. And then, of course, Koopa sends his goons, Iggy and Spike, to kidnap Daisy. Eventually, they kidnap her. Well, they've been kidnapping the wrong girls for about a month or so. And eventually, they give Mario and Luigi give chase. They end up in the Mushroom Kingdom, which is only called the Mushroom Kingdom because the de-evolved king, Daisy's father, turned into a giant fungus that is choking the city, trying to save his city while stop Koopa and help him anyway. And then there's the whole thing that the Koopa's whole plan is to merge the worlds where there's abundance of resources on Earth and use his de-evolution technology to devolve humans back to primates. Using at the time, now remember, this was also some marketing. This is the extent Nintendo was involved. Back in the day, there was when Nintendo was constantly putting out gimmicks, attachments, toys to be used with their consoles. There was the Super Scope, which looked like a bazooka. I didn't have one, but I knew a kid once at Christmas who had one, and he let me, and I used it. It was ridiculous. Looked cool, but ridiculous. But basically, portable Devo guns, and it's the Super Scope. I think that's what it was called, Super Scope. Anyway, so essentially, Mario and Luigi spend the entire movie running around the Mushroom Kingdom, either after being captured and evading Koopa and his Goombas. Toad is there, who plays a harmonica. He gets devolved into Goombas, which are not mushrooms, but just these giant hulking lizard dudes with tiny heads and tiny brains. Easily to quote Koopa, King Koopa, loyal but really stupid. Anyway, and just running around, and everybody doesn't know where the rock is because some fat black chick, Big Bertha, you know, playing off the character Big Bertha, has the rock, and then they have to go get it from her. And then it's got to rescue Daisy, and then they find all Daniela and the girls in the thing, and then they end up rescuing. And it's a whole big third act. Everybody gets rescued, running around, trying to stop Koopa from getting the fragment of the meteorite. Eventually, his second hand, his right hand lady gets it, but she wants power for herself, and she can't handle it. Ends up getting herself aced when trying to use the meteorite. And there's something really dumb that happens though. These are dinosaurs; they're cold-blooded. So if there was ice, it'd be a problem. At one point, they turn off all the pipes, all the heat in Koopa's building, and everything starts to freeze over. But none of the dinosaurs are affected. They're all fine. They should have all been shutting down a little bit from the cold, but they're fine. I think they forgot that part. Anyway, eventually it leads to a confrontation. I mean, you get Mario versus King Koopa. He's got a bomb, trust the fungus. And they tussle around, and they use the. Eventually, Luigi arrives after he helps Daisy pull the shard out of the meteorite, and they unmerge the worlds. And the competition, the corpo construction guy gets turned into a chimp. It's all very rote and very mid, and not Mario at all is the kind of the problem. A lot of Mario names in general, like I said, but they don't actually do Mario stuff. And I mean, I don't respect Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper to have a fight or anything, but they didn't. They just put their toe in Mario lore and didn't really swim around. There's even Yoshi, because remember, this came out right after Super Nintendo, Super Mario World. But Yoshi's basically a tiny little T-Rex thing that does have the tongue, but it's not Yoshi, and it just goes. They just put these things in here to try and make us feel like there was some respect being paid to Mario. When I feel like, I'm not going to say it's disrespectful, but there's no charm for me in this movie as an adult. Because in a kid, I'm trying. As an adult, I'm not. Considering in the past, let's see now. Past 30 years, there's been so much more Mario that, especially Mario that's respected the lore, even the animated movie came out a couple years ago, that I look at this and I think, man, they weren't even trying. Eventually, they devolved Koopa into a pile of goop, and they saved the day. And you get a literal 10-second cameo by Lance Henriksen playing the king as he gets re-evolved from a mushroom or fungus. Then everybody is at the back of the world. Sometime later, Daisy's going to stay behind, even though she loves Luigi. But then, of course, the stinger at the end is she comes back looking battle-worn, ready for fight. I need your help. And Mario goes, okay, we'll help you. And Luigi's like, really? Yeah, I trust. Now I trust. Let's do it. And they had, I guess they had plans to try and do a sequel, but this movie bombed. It was a disaster. Complete and utter disaster. I like I said, you guys, Weasel says it well. It's so bad, it's good. It's so bad that it's campy, and it has its moments. Listen, the performances are good. Bob Hoskins is great. Dennis Hopper is great. John Leguizamo is annoying as fuck in this movie. Honestly, Latino playing Italian wasn't really working. Brooklyn Italian wasn't really working. Didn't work. Worked a little bit back then, not so much now. But it is what it is. I think it's a good movie for kids, but honky yeah, his whole big plan was to use his Devo guns to devolve humanity into primates so he could have resources. Now, I don't know what he would have done when the army actually showed up with guns and missiles and tanks. I don't know, because he didn't exactly have an army. That's kind of the silliness of it. Koopa doesn't really have an army. He's got a few dozen Goombas, it looks like. And that's not going to stand up to the U.S. military. Hell, even the NYPD probably would have had an okay time dealing with them. So I'm not exactly threatened by Koopa and his Goombas. Not exactly threatened. So there it is. I mean, I don't know much more to say about the movie. It has some nostalgia for what it tried to be, but to me, it doesn't hold up into how much somebody can actually respect the lore if they put the time in. And a lot of the live action stuff just didn't work in it. But that's it. I don't have much more to say. I don't hate the movie, but I never really want to see it again. If I had been made to watch this, I hadn't seen this movie easily in at least 30 years. And I had no plans to ever watch it again. But you guys made me do it. So it's another chat. Made me watch this reviews. I didn't freak out, but I wasn't exactly loving it. So there you go. All right. I don't see Kratos here today, but I'm sure when he catches up, I'm sure he'll be satisfied. I think I was fair. I didn't destroy it. Here we go with the butts again. Here we go. All right. Well, we're pretty much in an hour. I have nothing left. You guys clearly haven't requested anything. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. Now, here we got a problem tonight. I got nothing for a gaming stream tonight. I got nothing. Nothing I want to stream. Nothing I feel is that. Nothing new, at least. I mean, there's old stuff, but you guys aren't really interested in old stuff that I've already played. So I guess I'm not going to stream tonight. Unless you guys come up with something. Unless you guys have an idea. I guess I'm not going to stream tonight. I will have a relaxing evening, and then I will. Well, tonight we are going to get on 14 because tonight begins the Moogle Tombstone. We have about a month to grind out Moogle Tombstones. RV there yet? What? Am I missing something? RV there yet? I'm missing something here. I lost in translation. Well, that sounds awful. No, thank you. No, thank you. So I don't think we're gonna do. I don't think I'll have a game issue tonight. I'll probably just relax, take the night off, unless something happens that I see. Maybe I don't know. Then let's see. Tonight, solo play, quiet play, private play. We will play 14 tonight. Everybody's interested in that. It's Google Tombstone time. And then let's see. Let's see. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We got Thursday. We got Friday. I don't know what the rest of the week holds. I do not. Right now, I would love something really great to happen because this weekend Roundtables episode 200. I'd love to have some good material for episode 200. Really would. Where so far the week is failing me, but the week's not over yet. Week's not over yet. And then let's see. Ballbusters. I don't know if we have a guest. Saturday Night Drive-In. Saturday Night Drive-In is Running Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man. Watching and discussing that. I put the word out if anybody wants to do Among Us this weekend, and nobody's replied because I think nobody's looking at the chat because nobody's getting the notification because the Ballbusters DM room is the old code that won't get a notification if somebody puts something in there. So I don't know. I don't know if we're new. I don't know what co-op might be this weekend yet. I put it out there. Don't know. I apologize, a little low energy today, guys, because as I said, when I am awakened abruptly by leaf blowers, cacophony of it, it starts you off rough on the wrong foot. It's not on the wrong foot. And also, weekday, nothing to talk about. I don't find anything particularly interesting today. And if you guys don't want to watch a video or discuss a topic, then we got nothing else to talk about. So we are going to wrap it up here. I'll give one last look, see if anything came in. Nope. All right, then, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to head out of here. Thank you, guys, for joining me today. If you had a good time, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, let people know that we exist, that we're out there, that good things are happening here, that we're trying to entertain, trying to grow the channel. Well, I love that. I was up 2 subs when I went to bed, down 2 this morning. I love it. So keep sharing the guys. Keep sharing the guys. Hit the links, subscribe, share. And I will see you guys tomorrow with whatever happens. We'll see. Maybe a better day. Either way, take it easy, guys.